Duluth, Decatur, Peachtree Corners, Marietta, Brookhaven, Midtown, Old Fourth Ward, Woodstock, and the list goes on and on of the great places in Atlanta, Georgia to call home. But which one of these is the best fit for you? Even if you lived here for a while, it can be hard to make that choice. But if you're coming here new to the area, it becomes even harder. Today, we explore where to live in Atlanta based on different criteria that may be most important to you. Let's do it. Welcome back, everybody. Jonathan McCoy here with Keller Williams Realty, Chattahoochee North, and I am Atlanta's Real McCoy and a realtor here in Atlanta, Georgia. When it comes to Atlanta, there are so many options to choose from when it comes to the question of where you should call home. Everyone has different criteria when it comes to choosing a place to move to. Whether it is important to you to be close to work, being near to what you think are the best schools, having a vibrant nightlife, or a myriad of other reasons, choosing the best place to call home can be challenging. Between living here for 41 years and doing some research, I have come up with 5 topics that are often searched by buyers when it comes to choosing a home here in Atlanta. This criterion was based on a number of Google searches that people are doing while also trying to find the right fit for them. So what are the topics we're going to look at today? Well, we're going to look at the most dog-friendly areas in Atlanta, the best suburbs to raise a family in, the best suburbs to commute from if you're working near or in downtown Atlanta, best areas for singles and young professionals, and the best places to live if you're a foodie. Let's start with our 4-legged members of our family. There are a ton of dog lovers out there, and for many, they want to make sure that they are close to dog-friendly parks, shops, and more. The most dog-friendly area in Atlanta is probably North Fulton County, which I know encompasses a pretty large area. But in Johns Creek, we find Newton Park, which has one of the top dog parks in the country. In Alpharetta, you will find Waggy World Paw Park, and in Sandy Springs, you have Perch and Pooch. Thus, when you look across North Fulton, you find a lot of cities that could fit your needs. If you prefer being a little closer to Atlanta, Decatur may be your best option, with Adair Park, Glen Lake Park, Oakhurst Dog Park, all of which are very dog friendly. In addition, Decatur boasts the highest walkability scores in all of Metro Atlanta because they have 60 plus miles of sidewalks. Some other areas that you may want to check out are Cumming, Marietta, and Woodstock. For those that don't know, there's a great website called bringfido.com, which helps you find activities, restaurants, hotels, and more that are dog-friendly in areas that you're visiting or thinking of moving to. Moving on to our next topic, and one that gets a lot of searches on Google, is the best suburbs to raise a family in. There are so many good choices here, but the cities we mentioned today are ones that were consistently found across many websites that I came across. Alpharetta, across the board, was a top place in so many lists. With great schools, lots of dining options, and shopping, and parks, and entertainment, it makes sense that Alpharetta would be high up on a list for people that are looking for a place that's a great place to raise a family. Another one that came in was Decatur and nearby Tucker. With Decatur being so trendy and housing costs being higher and higher in that area in and around Decatur, Tucker has quickly become a great go-to option destination for those looking for affordable housing and family-friendly activities and great schools. Roswell, Johns Creek, and Swanee round out our list for places to consider with raising a family in mind. If commuting is a big concern of yours in Atlanta, well, you're not alone. Atlanta has some of the worst traffic in all the country, and this list is based off of commute time to downtown area, along with other factors like affordable housing. Number 1 on this list today is Kennesaw. Here, you have a decent commute time with affordable housing. The next choices you may want to look into are Fayetteville, Powder Springs, Ackworth, and Woodstock. Notice that most of this list is composed of suburbs on the northwest and west part of the city. One other city that should be listed here as well, though the housing costs are a little higher, so it kind of brings it down on the list, but the commute time is fantastic, is Marietta. Marietta is number one when it comes to the shortest commute times to downtown Atlanta. If your number one priority for housing is based on being single and you're a young professional, well, we have a list for you. Now, most of my lists so far have been based mostly outside of Atlanta, and probably because most of my work takes me to the metro Atlanta area. But it is hard to make a list for best places for singles and young professionals without talking about areas close to the city. With this list, we look at work opportunities, nightlife, and activities, as well as affordable housing. So if we are talking in Atlanta, some of the places you should look are Inman Park, Midtown, and Virginia Highlands area. These places just seem to always be abuzz with things to do, and they just have such a lively, upbeat energy about them. If you're looking outside of Atlanta, you don't have to go very far. You should check out North Druid Hills, Vinings, Brookhaven, North Decatur, and Sandy Springs for those young professionals and singles. These are all wonderful options. And our last search topic for today to discuss is best places for foodies to live in Atlanta. For those looking to live in Atlanta, you should consider Old Fourth Ward, Inman Park, and West Midtown. For those outside the city, look towards Roswell, Vinings, and Decatur. But there is one area that I must mention if we're talking about food in Atlanta. Now, this encompasses a little bit larger area, but it is all located on one road. When trying to eat out at places in Atlanta, if you want some amazing, authentic cuisine from around the world, then look no further than Buford Highway. You can find Asian, Central and South American cuisine, and more. And the great restaurants stretch out a long distance, all the way from Buckhead to Duluth. You do not have to travel the world to get a taste of a variety of different cuisines. Just travel down or up Buford Highway. Some of the places you consider eating, and please excuse my pronunciations of these names, are Faux de Loy 2, El Rey del Taco, Canton House, Lee's Bakery, and Masterpiece, just to name a few. So from dogs to kids, commute times to eating out, everyone has that important thing to them when it's moving to an area that they have to have. Whatever it is that's important to you, I hope our list can be a start to finding that right place for you to live. And of course, you should definitely do your own research. I love talking about living, working, playing, and breathing all things Atlanta and the metro Atlanta area. If you have any questions about moving to Atlanta, I'd be happy to answer them. And I post videos just like this one every Thursday, so hit that subscription button. Thanks, and I will see you next time.